All right, this is Paul Gaither. This is Madden NFL 2002. This is year 2 of our franchise. The Super Bowl has been played. Congratulations to the Denver Broncos on their overtime victory against the Minnesota Vikings. Now is the time to take a look at the Pro Bowl voting. We can see here Peyton Manning, Brian Greasy, Bob Greasy's son, and Steve Aaron McNair are your quarterbacks for the AFC. The NFC will have Kurt Warner, Brett Favre, and Dante Culpepper. All right. For running backs, we have Corey Dillon, Curtis My Favorite Martin, and Fred Taylor for the offense. The NFC offense will have Stephen Davis, Ricky Williams, and Marshall Faulk representing them. At at fullback, Rob Conrad and Tony Richardson. For the NFC fullbacks, we have Corey Schlesinger and Jim Kleinsasser. At wide receivers for the NFC are Isaac Bruce, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, Jermaine Crowell, Michael Westbrook, and Keyshawn Johnson. Wide receivers for the AFC are Leon Nalen, Eric Moulds, Marvin Harrison, Hines Ward, and Zahir Hakim. I think I said it right that time. OJ McDuffie. At tight end, as we can see, Tony Gonzalez, Freddie Jones, and Frank Wycheck. The NFC tight ends are Chad Lewis, Bubba Franks, Reggie Kelly. On offensive line for the NFC, we have Orlando Pace and John Runyon, Kyle Turley and John Jansen, Larry Allen at guard with Ron Stone opposite him, Leonard Davis as well, Adam Timmerman. I don't know why I always struggle to say his name, and it's not even the second name, it's the simple one Adam. I always say Adam with an N. Adam Timmerman. I think it's because my tongue wants to jump to the very end of Timmerman and says Adam Timmerman, right? I mess that one up all the time. Olin Kreutz and Jeff Christie are your NFC offensive linemen. Your AFC offensive linemen begin with Jonathan Ogden, Adam Meadows, Willie Anderson, Tony Baselli, Dan Neal, Reuben Brown, Will Shields, Trey Johnson, Tom Nalen, and Barrett Robbins. Let's take a look at the defense, and their defensive line is anchored with Eric Hicks, Marcus Wiley, Sean Ellis, Michael McCray, Trevor Price, Keith Hamilton, Darrell Russell. The defensive line for the NFC has Michael Strahan, Kenny Holmes, Grant Windstrom, Darren Howard, Luther Ellis, Bryant Young, Norman Hand. At the linebacker position, we have Chris Claiborne, Dan Morgan, LeVar Arrington, Craig Sauer, Brian Urlacher, Ronald McKinnon. The AFC linebackers are Mike Peterson, Donnie Edwards, Kevin Hardy, Takeo Spikes, Sam Cowart, Zach Thomas. In the secondary, the AFC has Charles Woodson, Dwayne Starks, Aaron Beasley, Deltha O'Neal at corner, and at safety they have Tremaine Mack, Idris Bashir, a rookie I'm assuming, 1 year experience, never heard of this man, congratulations for the video game version doing so well, Donovan Darius, and Lawyer Malloy in the AFC secondary. The NFC secondary begins with 49ers Dwayne Washington, in real life Pittsburgh Steeler, Sean Springs of the Seattle Seahawks fame, Donnie Abraham, Terry Fair, Brian Dawkins, literally completely absent in our playoff game until that crucial last moment interception, Orlando Thomas, John Lynch, and Sam Garnes. So John Lynch and Brian Dawkins back there in the safety positions. Okay. Special teams for the NFC, Jason Elam, Micah Noor, Troy Walters, James Thrash. AFC, Curtis Lake, Ken Walter, Tony Horn, Jermaine Lewis. Those are your special teams players in what will be our Pro Bowl game. I would kind of like to play it, but not play it, if that makes any sense. Like, set up 2 controllers, set up like a profile or whatever. And I say that because it would be nice to like click in and off and rotate the starters and just kind of let players play. So that's something that I'm thinking of, is let me just set no profile. Dave Wanstead of the Dolphins, he is the default coach player there. So let's do that. Let's do AFC. Let's start the game. I'm going to turn off commentary for right now because I've got chores to do. But I'm going to let this game run, and I'm going to do what I can to let backups come in the second quarter, in the third quarter, and like pick players for the fourth quarter. So different players have opportunities to contribute in this game. Okay, I'll try to get some commentary, but I'm going to be doing chores around the house too. So we can begin with Peyton Manning coming out of the huddle, leading the AFC with Corey Dillon as his running back. This is Robert Conrad. This is Robert Conrad at fullback. The rookie starting at wide receiver, number 81, Leon Nalen. Imaginary player created by the game. Big time performance. Eric Moulds at wide receiver. Tony Gonzalez, see, they don't even allow the unique numbers like to be repeated, so they force Tony Gonzalez to wear a different number. And that should be the offense, because they're not going to go with Sam Cowart and all those other players. And there is the coach, Dave Wanstead. So they're not going to show the introduction of the NFC, just the AFC. They just randomly chosen, maybe because I'm playing as them. The computer will call heads or tails. They will choose tails. They will win the coin toss. They will receive. We'll pick the side to defend. We'll click coaching strategies, and we are going to auto readjust this depth chart. Okay, I don't care how they were voted. We're just going to put the best players in the best position right now. Halfback, Fred Taylor, Corey Dillon, all of that. Yeah, fine. You know what? Okay, I will put Corey Dillon as the starter there. But I kind of want to see Tony Richardson be the fullback to start off with. Peyton Manning throws to Marvin Harrison all the time, so let's even kind of undo what I even said. Nalen, you won the Pro Bowl for a reason. Get your start, son. No offense to Marvin Harrison. You're going to be able to play with other people. Hakeem, come in, be the third wide, and Hines Ward be the fifth for right now, just in case they go 4 wide. Manning's already thrown to Harrison all year. We don't need to see Manning throw to Harrison in this game. Tony Gonzalez, yeah, fine, whatever. We've got Freddie Jones and Frank Wycheck, so that'll be good. Left tackle is a left tackle. Tony Baselli can be the backup. Left guard, they've got right guard, all that stuff. Will Shields and Dan Neal. Let's have the left guard actually play left guard here. Tom Nalen, center. Dan Neal, right guard. And right tackle is going to be a starting right tackle with the backup right tackle. So the tackles are the tackles and so forth. Defensive end, left end Ellis, Marcus Wiley. Yeah, we're going to let that start there. Right end, McCray. Is there another end there? No, there isn't. McCray's going to start. Defensive tackle, Russell, Price, Hamilton, so forth. Mike Peterson, Donnie Edwards, Zach Thomason, Cowart, Takeo Spikes, and so forth. Charles Woodson, all of that. Bashir Mack, Lauren Malloy, Donovan Darius. Okay. That is good. Yep. We're going to click resume. Kick off. Our kick is away. We'll take over the NFC, and we will mess with their depth chart. All right. Coaching strategies. So, Kurt Warner, Brett Favre, all that. Sure, we're fine with that. Stephen Davis, Ricky Williams, and all of that. If we got Kurt Warner, we don't want to hand it off to Marshall Faulk right now. Let's give it to Ricky Williams, who won the MVP. You get to be the starter there. Klein Saucer, after the Super Bowl loss. Kurt Warner is throwing, so let's not throw it to Isaac Bruce. Let's throw it to Randy Moss. Let's throw it to Terrell Owens. Let's throw it to Keyshawn Johnson. Let's do that. Chad Lewis, Bubba Franks, all of that. Because we have Brett Favre back here, let's have Bubba Franks, since Brett Favre is automatically going to throw to Bubba Franks. And, yeah, left tackles, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle, left end, right end. Yeah, fine, you win your position. Defensive tackles, fine. Left outside linebacker, middle and right. Corners, let's put Sean Springs as number 1, Washington as number 2, where he was also playing and won his award. Sean Springs, where he was playing and won his award. Dawkins and Lynch. I think we're good with that. And then we'll check it out in the second quarter and see how things go. So, Ask Madden, hook out. We clicked Ask Madden rather than Ask Madden play. We'll just tap the A button to snap the ball. And that's what we got. And the computer ran around and pump faked and did what the computer wanted to do. And let's watch as the first quarter develops. And whap, he got developed.
Applications can be picked up on the club level at the concierge.
Illegal kick out of bounds. Number 1, kicking team.
Will the owner of a gray 4x4, license number 66193, please check your car? Your lights are
Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut.
Rain, snow, sleet, or hail. You leave it all on the field and you're bound to prevail. The all Madden free safety. Tracking your path. You hate artificial surface, love natural grass. Don't let my score get the whipping on your natural. Feel the agony of defeated souls factual. Frustration. Aggravation on the side.
Set. Hut, hut. Set. Hut. 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 Set. Hut, hut. Hut.
Pass interference, defense. The penalty is declining. They will take the result of the play.
Set. Hut, hut. Set. Hut. Hut, hut. Hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut, hut.
And that is the end of the first quarter. The AFC leads 7-0. Let's take a look at the stats. Let Peyton Manning finish this drive out. We will go to individual stats. He has had 10 attempts. The NFC has also had 10 attempts passing the ball, 6 rushing attempts by Ricky Williams, 5 on the ground here between these two ball carriers. Almost equal across the board. You know, I was going to let them finish that drive, but at this point, I don't think we will. They might have like one play here, yeah. So obviously I will not be controlling it, but we have first and goal. One play. Yeah, we can let them finish the drive and then make the adjustments for special teams. Fantastic. There is the touchdown. We cannot make adjustments to the settings, but we can see Peyton Manning throwing, Freddie Jones getting in the end zone. So I bypassed some of the presentation, but here's the chance to mess with the team. So let us go with Air McNair. We only have 3 here. Fred Taylor has had some opportunities. Let's go with Curtis Martin and Fred Taylor. Martin can bring that backup position. Tony Richardson can play the first half, or Robert Conrad can play the second half. Like, how does that feel? Potentially like that. So our wide receiver has had an opportunity. So Eric Moulds and Hakeem. So let us have Marvin Harrison. Moulds has already been in there. Hakeem can be in there. Ward can be the backup. And after that can be O.J. McDuffie. All right. Tight end. Freddie Jones caught it, but that's how it is. We can put Freddie Jones as that position. Frank Wycheck right there. Tony Baselli can play the backup. Okay, at left guard, do they even have another left guard? No, they really don't. So we're going to have to go with a right guard. We'll worry about tackles now. Willie Anderson will be right tackle. Right guard, after Dan Neal started, it can be Will Shields. We have Trey Johnson. He can be the backup there. Center, Barrett Robbins. Left end, Marcus Wiley. Right end, we can put Eric Hicks in the game because he hasn't had an opportunity yet. Price can start. Hamilton can play that position. There's only 3 of them, so that way Russell gets taken out and Price and them change position, and then Hamilton can start, and so forth. At left outside linebackers, there's all these outside linebackers here. So let's at least put Sam Cowart in here Takeo Spikes was already the starter, so let's put Donnie Edwards starting here. Mike Peterson has had his experience. Sam Coward, Takeo Spikes, Edwards, Peterson. Ken Hardy, who's actually a left outside linebacker, can play left outside linebacker. Corner, Charles Woodson has already had his opportunity. Starks opposite him. So we can have Beasley and Delta O'Neal right there. So they can flip who plays what position. Mack can play here. Donovan Darius can play the other position. Other kickers and punters. That's solid right there. So that is good for that quarter. Resume and kick the field goal. And I cannot adjust anything until this play is over.
Set. Hut.
Kick is good. And now that we're kick returning, let's change it up. Let's get Brett Favre out there. Culpepper backing up. Moss is out there. So let's see here. You know what? We could actually put Culpepper out here. Moss has already had his chances. So let's go with Keyshawn Johnson and Isaac Bruce. And Crowell. And Westbrook. Because Owens and Moss were the starters, so they're out now. Bubba Franks is in, so now we can have Chad Lewis in. Okay. And Kelly can be right there. Orlando Pace has had his opportunity, but let's look at right tackles. John Runyon. So that means we can put Kyle Jansen can be a true right tackle, and Kyle Turley can be our left tackle. Okay. Though, yeah, Kyle Turley is a higher rated tackle at that position. Larry Allen's already had his opportunity. Stone, we can play with Leonard Davis. Adam Timmerman can play the other position. Christie can play the other center spot. Okay, Michael Strahan can come out for Howard. Lindstrom can come in for Holmes. Ellis and Young have already played, so Hand can come in. And there's no other defensive tackle, so let's put Ellis there, and let's have Bryant Young get some rest. Or no, Bryant Young should be the starter. And Ellis should come in, and they should be like a three-man rotation, like a triangle. Sauer can start at left. McKinnon at middle. Arrington can come in. Springs and Washington can be replaced with Abraham and Fair. Dawkins with Thomas. Lynch with Garnis. And that is a good setup for the rest of the half. And we'll see how it goes. Like, we're going to have some players rotate. Right? Yeah, we're going to have some players rotate. Alright. See you in the second half.
Set. Hut. Set. Hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut. Set. Hut. Set. Hut. Hut. Hut, hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut. Shoot. Shoot. Set. Hut.
Okay, fans, if you're standing up now, sit down. If you're sitting down, please stand up. If you are lying down, just report.
Set. Hut. Hut, hut. Hut. Set. Hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut, set. Hut.
All right, what do we have here? I saw like 21-7. AFC is kicking butt and doing well. Great completion to Hines Ward.
Set.
I think this is much better to have the user control switching back and forth and adjusting the rosters. Giving everyone a chance to play. Some players more than others because different positions have different amounts of depth, but an opportunity to see as many stars on the field as possible.
Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut.
Try my best to have teammates not necessarily play with each other, though having McNair throw the Y check is nice. The main reason is so that they get to play with other people. After all, they already get to play with their teammates normally. What just a beautiful play from Madden 2002. Good little play action, good little pitch and catch, nice tackle animation, good instant replay, presentation. Just a solid, good moment from this video game.
Set.
Despite wearing the number 43, I'm pretty sure that's Curtis Martin, right? Yeah. It just doesn't look right with that 43. but it is what it is.
Set. Hut.
What a great throw downfield, man. We see sometimes there's some really great throws downfield. It's nice to see them connected. And just like that, the AFC is just laying into the NFC in this ball game. You notice the Texans have the white helmet because that's the helmet that was revealed when they were announced as an expansion team before their official uniforms were decided upon. You got Randy Moss. You overthrew him. He's your teammate. How are you going to overthrow Randy Moss? I mean, they got all 5 receivers out there, so that's the one he decides to go to. And it just can't put the ball on target. And that's just, what do you do? Like, do you do that too and hope that the computer thinks one is the human? I don't know. I don't have to save that. I can put it back whenever I want to control it as a user, but I don't know what to do.
Pass interference, defense. The penalty is declined. They will take the result of the play.
Isaac Bruce with that. Yeah, you interfered with me and I still made the catch. What? I kind of feel bad for Jason Elam in a little bit. The year he leaves the Denver Broncos, they go on and win the Super Bowl in overtime against the Vikings, right? I mean, he gets a really nice payday. He plays in the Pro Bowl. He gets recognized as being a top player. He's important to our team. He's appreciated, but the year he leaves, Denver goes back and wins another Super Bowl. I mean, he's got 2 rings already, but probably would have liked another one. Probably would have liked them paying him his money. But didn't we see Denver sent another kicker to the Pro Bowl? So it's not like they particularly needed him. You can't say Denver made a bad decision. They won a ring and have a Pro Bowl kicker already.
Set. Hut, 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 hut.
Hines Ward getting work done. What's really interesting is despite the Ravens performing each of these years, these 2 seasons we've had, Ray Lewis has not made the Pro Bowl in either season.
Set. Hut. Hut, 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 hut.
Timeout called by the offense. 1 timeout remaining.
Set. Hut, hut.
Think the AFC is going to punch another one in at the end of the half? Almost, huh? Almost. Yeah, now they're just going to line up to kick it. So yeah, there's that Broncos kicker. So let's take this opportunity to go into settings and take the kick return team. And when it's our turn, we can make adjustments. Watching the ball boy, huh? Okay, coaching strategies. Culpepper, let's go with Favre. We didn't trade out Ricky Williams, did we? Let's go with Marshall Faulk. That's one we forgot to make the change. We kept Ricky in there. So Ricky's definitely done for the day. Stephen Davis can continue to play a backup role. No, Marshall Faulk can come. No, it's going to be the second half. Yeah, Marshall Faulk can come in to start the second half, and Stephen Davis and them can mess around. Ricky Williams got too many opportunities. We're definitely going to switch fullbacks there. And Crowell and Westbrook. Crowell and Westbrook are going to be options there. And let's have Owens be that last string player there. With Owens over here, I guess. Owens over here. You know what? Moss can be here. Yeah, they can take a break, but the backup of backups, right? Tight ends. Let's go with Kelly. And let's have, yeah, Frank's off the field completely. Tackles. That's all we have, right? Left, right tackle, 3. So it's like a triangle trade. Jansen's already playing at right tackle, correct? And Curley there. So, yeah, I don't know. Curley and them are already playing. So Runyon and Ogden, I guess, or sorry, Ogden, Pace and Runyon, just keep flipping them. I mean, they already played together, so keep Jansen in and then switch the other side. Davis, Stone, Timmerman. Let Larry Allen play, but he was playing opposite of Stone, so let him keep playing with Davis. But Allen was playing with Pace. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Let Christie keep playing and let Olin play, or let Olin play and switch Christie. That probably should have been a first half, second half kind of thing. A lot of the offensive line should have been first half, second half kind of thing too. I'm learning this for next year. Strahan got his play right, but let's go back here. Let's go back to Holmes. Or we can let Lindstrom play and then flip. So they're like play some different players. And then Ellis can play and Hand can play here. And yeah, they can rotate like a 3-way rotation. Morgan can play. Urlacher can play. Claiborne can play. Yeah, some of these should really have just been first half, second half. Let's have Washington start and Springs be the other side, just because we're flipping it around. Dawkins and Lynch, because they're just legends back there. And there's no other alternative. So let's go settings here. Yeah, I'm learning it for year number 3, how we want to have some first half, second half players as well. All right, now we have the chance to make the other changes here. So let's have Brian Greasy come in. And let's have Curtis, my favorite Martin, be the starter. And Taylor can continue to be the backup, or Dylan can be the backup because he's been the backup the other time. Conrad can be the starter for the second half. Hines Ward has had some good play, but now it's his turn. O.J. McDuffie. And this guy, Nayland, he can get some other time in. Marvin Harrison, all of that. Frank Wycheck can start. Gonzo can be the backup. Maselli back to Ogden. Shields, like left guard, Reuben Brown. Yeah, let's go with Reuben Brown. And right guard, Daniel. But let's keep Barrett Robbins in there at center. And right tackle. Let's go back to Meadows, right? Left in. Go back to Ellis. Right end. Go back to McRae. Russell can be the backup and Hamilton can be the starter. We only have one left outside linebacker. And that was Ken Hardy. Donnie Edwards is on the right side. So this should also be, yeah, like that. You can stay in and we can put like Peterson in later. And Zach Thomas. Corner. Woodson was a starter, so Starks can be here, Woodson can be there. Bashir can come back in. And Lorna Moy can come back in. So we've learned some things for the third Pro Bowl.
Set. Hut, hut. 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 Set. Hut. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Set. Hut. Hut, hut. Hut. hut, hut.
Heat, rain, snow, sleet, hail. You leave it all on the field and you're bound to fail. The all Madden free safety, tracking your path. Hate, artificial surface, love, natural grass. Don't let my score get the whipping on your natural. For the agony of defeated souls, factual. Frustration, aggravation on the sideline.
Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Set. Hut, hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Set. Hut. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut. Set. Hut, hut.
Pass interference. Defense. The penalty is declined.
Obviously, we have one heck of a drive that concludes with a touchdown by Stephen Davis to at least try and draw the game much closer for the NFC. However, they're still quite a ways away. Trying to go for two instead of just cutting the lead in half. Trying to go up to 18. Will they be successful?
Hot, hot,
We've got the gunslinger under center.
hot, hot.
Far. He gets taken down before he can hand it off or fake the play action pass. Heck of a play there. The third quarter is winding down, and when we get to the fourth, we'll make our final roster changes to play out the conclusion of this Pro Bowl.
Set. Hot. Set. Hot. Hot, hot. Set. Hot, hot. Hot, hot. Hot. Set. Hot. Hot, hot.
That is the end of the third quarter. The AFC has the ball, so I'm going to go into settings and I'm going to choose the NFC first and mess with the AFC after these plays. I'm going to let the AFC probably finish out this drive and then make the adjustments.
Set. Hot. Hot, hot.
So the rare gameplay perspective, while computer controlled, makes a little pass to the fullback. And after all of that meddling, we finally get to make adjustments. So now is a time to look at the stats. Look at the NFC. Kurt Warner is struggling the most. He needs a chance at redemption. Let's just completely auto reorder everything and let's put Kurt Warner on top. Either we're going to completely ruin the game because Kurt Warner's not doing well, or we're at least going to give him an opportunity to do well. Favre only had 5 attempts. We might just put Favre in because he didn't even throw the ball. Yeah, Favre didn't even get really a chance to play an equal amount of gameplay. So that answers it right there. 8, 10, and 5. Favre is going to get at least a chance for 5 more, and Culpepper is going to get a few passes there as well. Rushing 9 attempts, Falk Davis. Davis is definitely going to have an opportunity here. Stephen Davis, Marshall Falk, and we know the mistake that I made previously. Stats info, individual receiving. Keyshawn Johnson, Crowell, Lewis, Westbrook. Like, we'll kind of just have a mix here with what is it? Randy Moss without even a single target. Okay. So at wide receiver, Johnson has had a lot there, so we're going to go there. We're going to have Moss, Owens, Bruce. Yeah, that's solid. And then the stats for the tight end, individual receiving. Chad Lewis has had a couple shots thrown his way. And again, nobody else. So in terms of tight end, we can play Bubba Franks, we can play Kelly. And then we'll just let Orlando Pace finish the game here. Christie, Leonard Davis, Stone, yeah, let him play. Jansen can play right tackle. Michael Strahan, Grant Lindstrom. Yeah, fine. Left outside linebacker, middle. Right outside linebacker, let's play Arrington. Arrington is that low? Wow, okay. Arrington, I'm so accustomed to him being a really high-end linebacker, but we'll play Claiborne, okay? Yeah, we'll just auto reorder here. Washington can be the third. Dawkins and Lynch. And we're fine. And we'll go back to settings. And here we are. We'll obviously just let the play selection tick down so the computer automatically picks the defensive play. And on offense, we're clearly going to let Ask Madden call the plays and see what we can do. So as we take over, we press the X button, Ask Madden. We let the play clock wind down. We let the defense call their play. And then we call ours. We let them line up. And sometimes they do that. We don't want to motion anyone. We snap the ball, press A. Let the computer take over. And that is the play that it ran. So we press X for Ask Madden. They want halfback dive. They're actually going to run the football. Let the defense call their play. We call ours. And unlike the AI, we're going to actually try to do something here to help out. Fantastic. We're going to let this offense finish up its possession before we make changes. Third down, X button, Ask Madden, halfback fly. ourselves a curl. Put ourselves some interesting play here.
Hut.
Nothing. Finally launching it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down situation. So let's reset the entire roster. And let's do the same thing here. Individual, who's done the worst, Greasy. Attempts, Greasy also has the fewest with 2 fewer. So he'll probably finish the game out here. Manning actually has 54%. McNair is the one that has done the best overall, though we do have 2 touchdowns right here. We'll probably let Greasy finish the game out. In terms of attempts, Martin has had the most. Taylor and Dylan, we're going to let Dylan finish the game out. So let's go with Greasy and Manning. Let's have Dylan and Martin. No, Martin, Taylor. There we go. Martin's had the most. Corner, let's go back with Richardson. What's the wide receiver situation look like? Receiving, McDuffie has had 3, Moulds has had 3, Gonzalez has had a couple. So those are our leaders, McDuffie, Moulds, and Gonzalez. So those are the least likely to get playing time. We want Leon Nalen to get some time, Freddie Jones to get some time. So those are some things that we look at here. Wide receiver, we're going to have Nalen, who won the job overall, get that position. We're going to have Freddie Jones and Frank Wycheck, just so guys get an opportunity. McDuffie and Moulds and Ward. Okay, McDuffie, Moulds, and Ward. So Moulds has already had his chance. So Hakeem needs a chance. Ward has already had a chance. Yeah, I think we feel fine with that. Nalen, Harrison, Hakeem, right? Sound good? Sound good? Yeah, sounds good. Good way to finish out the ball game, giving the players a chance. Let's watch this 4th quarter.
Set. Hut.
Look at that catch by Owens. Have we had a catch like that all year in 2 years by Owens? He's made great plays for us. I'm not trying to knock on it, but what a great play. Maybe his best play we've ever seen him make. Other than just like catching a breakaway touchdown, but that was just a great catch.
Pass interference, number 84. Offense, loss of 10 yards.
With the owner of a red sports car, license number G8195L, please be aware that engines are attacking your car.
Set. Set. Hut, hut. Hut. Set. Hut, hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut. Set. Hut, hut. Set. Hut. Set. Hut. Hut, hut, hut. Set. Hut, hut. Hut. Hut, hut. Hut. Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Set. Hut. 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 Hut, hut. Hut, hut. Hut. Hut, hut.
And with that, Brian Greasy, Bob's son, gets the AFC in the end zone yet again to continue to push their lead. It doesn't matter who wins this game. It's just a lot of fun to see both teams full of star players and their performances. It's also interesting to see that despite the plethora of stars that the NFC has, their inability to make a difference in this game is telling. Not that I want to delay the gameplay anymore, but when we go to defense, something that we're noticing, like John Lynch, his presence is definitely felt, at least with his 7 tackles and his pass breakup. At the strong safety position, Garnis has had, I'm assuming that's the pronunciation, Garnis, has had 4 tackles, 1 for a loss. And yet we still have not seen anything about Brian Dawkins. So in our playoff game, and now this game, now he hasn't had a full game to play, but the free safety has just not had an impact, and that's really interesting considering how often Zach Bronson is involved in our 49ers franchise as a free safety. But here, Brian Dawkins has just not made an impact on the game. It's interesting to see how often Lance Schulters was involved, and now it's John Lynch also. So how important that strong safety is in the games. We can see Washington has made an impact. Outside linebackers make an impact before a single middle linebacker does anything. Brian Urlacher here. And just a little side note, if you're even watching this, back when I played on the GameCube, back when I was, 17 years old, I remember trading Bryant Young to the Bears for Brian Urlacher. I think I also had to give up like a draft pick or something, but I took Brian Urlacher because I'm like, well, look, a young middle linebacker that becomes an elite player versus an aging defensive tackle. One of my favorite players, but I'm like, I have to give up someone to pick up something somewhere. I think a different time I traded Owens away to keep Bryant Young and have Urlacher together, but the first thing I did is I gave up Young to get younger and to go for the middle linebacker position. And I remember, I might have been playing on All-Pro, or Pro, I don't know. I think I was playing on All-Pro, but default settings. And I think it's the default 4-3 middle linebacker blitz. I don't know, shifting, aligning, whatever, like, but he would shoot gaps, and he would get, like, a ton of sacks with the default settings, All-Pro, right, with the regular defense. Like, he was important, but as we watch the computer-controlled gameplay, the middle linebacker is just non-existent, especially in collecting tackles. We see the outside linebacker position instead having a big impact, and we see more outside linebackers doing something before we see more from the middle linebacker or the backups. So I find that interesting.
Will the owner of a green truck, license number L11B73, please be aware that your car is being towed?
Face mask on the defense, number 36.
So this game is winding down. The gunslinger, Favre, gets it out to Moss. A couple players that only got a little bit of time together towards the end of Moss's career. In the last year, Brett Favre was not nearly as productive as people were hoping it was going to be. I have heard rumors that after the Raiders, the talks were that Randy Moss might have been sent out to Green Bay, but instead, the final decision amongst teams was to obviously send him to New England with Tom Brady, and we know how history worked out. But could you imagine? Instead, Moss played with Brett Favre that year, because that year, Favre and the Packers made the NFC Championship game and lost in overtime to the Giants.
Pass interference.
Might we have not even had the 18-1, like the 18-0 season from New England, they still would have been a very good team. They still had Dante Stallworth to take the top off of the defense. They still had Wes Welker. They were still a very good team, but probably not 18-0 good. And who knows how good a Favre-Moss combination with the Packers might have been. But ifs, ands, or buts don't really matter. That could be a fun alternate timeline to do for Madden 08 is put Moss with the Packers. Figure out the details of what that trade would have looked like and make that happen. That would have been interesting. But we can see here, at least on the Madden 2002 mechanics, those two are not hooking up nearly as much as one would hope. The game continues to wind down, 1-9 play, taking the shots, just not connecting. I don't know what else we want, especially with 99 catch. Randy Moss there, I'm assuming 99 catch. Really darn good. We'll find out after the fact. But if Randy Moss can't one-hand it, if he can't do a spectacular catch, maybe that's one of the last few AI changes that we need is human or computer catching. We had it on 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe that's the last step. Maybe that's too powerful, but we'll find out. If Randy Moss can't make these spectacular catches, then who's going to? We're approaching the 2-hour mark in 5 seconds. Make it 3 as the fourth quarter winds down. Welcome to the 2-hour mark. And that might have been completed to Moss, but the defender had other plans with the football. It's not for a lack of effort in delivering the ball to Moss. That was fourth down. I thought they were going to bring up fourth down. Okay, that was the final attempt. AFC pretty much dominates this ball game. We can see the effort by Corey Dillon there. We should have 1 or 2 snaps and this game will be over. Marvin Harrison is awarded the player of the game, which I guess includes financial bonuses. And I'm told that the winner of the AFC team gets also additional financial bonuses, which is why the players have at least some kind of incentive to try to make the game kind of close and interesting. But in a blowout like this, it doesn't matter. 11 seconds on the play clock. A difference of about 2 to 3 from the game and the play clock. This should be the last of the game. Instead of a kneel down, it would just be a regular tackle. And that is the Pro Bowl. Thank you for joining me. AFC throttles the NFC 44-19.
Please don't drink and drive.
Most points, most total offense, most passing yards. That's what you get with All-Stars, right? 37 yards rushing on offense. So here you go. That's the quarterbacks. That's their ratings. Even Manning only 54% with all of that. NFC here. Favre ended up with the most attempts. Probably could have given a little bit more time to Culpepper, but it is what it is. Doesn't really matter. Here are the carries, and when they were down, they just had to pass anyway. Here are the carries here. Receiving, just balance across the board. Defense, we've seen those stats. We might as well look at the AFC because we saw the NFC earlier. Again, we can just see safety. Zach Thomas, actually, middle linebacker, had some play. Some other linebackers that had a little bit of play involved in there. Passes deflected. And so forth. So, hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you for the off season.